And we are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Canadian Guy here. I am sorry that I am late. I am sorry. We had technical difficulties. The camera wasn't working. Things weren't jiving. But we fixed it. We're good to go. We're finally good to go. I know I'm behind. I am sorry. Try to fix it everything as quick as possible. I went to go live, and then as I went live, or went about to go live, my camera was just blah, and went goofy. Before we even begin, though, first off, thank you so much to Flannyman. Flannyman swooped in and donated $20. That's right, $20. An incredibly kind donation. Thank you so much. Hello, CG. What's it going for a Thursday? Joke time. What's the difference between February 14th and July 4th to someone who is single? There isn't any, because they're both Independence Day. Oof. Ow. Ow. That hurts. Not for me, but for some people. Ow. Jeez. Well, thank you so much for the 20. And then Jakob. Goodness me. Jakob Sahin gifted 10. 10 memberships. 10. Are you kidding me? Jakob, thank you. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. 10. 10. Thank you. Thank you so much. So while I was getting ready, while the countdown was going down, I started to play back with my soundboard again. We added a couple more sounds. So we have our favorite, the one that everyone asks for. Then, of course, right?
I feel fired up, Bob.
And then we have, of course, whenever someone donates $100.
I feel fired up, Bob.
But we add a couple more. We added, because there's going to be some moments whenever we're playing, and
Fired up, Bob.
we feel fired up about 10 times. Sometimes you're playing and this happens.
I feel fired up, Bob.
I felt that was appropriate because sometimes we do encounter situations like that. And then, of course, we always add a, nothing wrong with a little bit of...
I feel fired up, Bob.
We have moments like that quite often, don't we? So, give me a minute to finish getting set up and we shall begin. You guys are going to hear that you're real fired up, Bob, about 3 more times. So, be prepared for... I feel fired up, Bob!
I feel fired up, Bob.
I love the screaming Nork in the background. Elena has been a member for 7 months. We love you, Alpha. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Fired up, Bob.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. All right, let's get the stream rolling.
I feel fired up, Bob.
Okay, I think that should be the last one, I think. Hey, Jim, how's it going? Metroid. Let's get the Metroid set up.
Fired up, Bob.
Okay, maybe that wasn't the last one. Maybe that was the last one. Was that the last one? The iconic fail sound. Of course the iconic fail sound. Of course. We all feel fired up.
I feel fired up, Bob.
Give me a second. You're almost ready. Watch on YouTube. Don't do that. Thank you. So I do want to ask, does the stream quality look a bit different for some of you guys? Does it look a little bit better? Does it? Because I did do some adjustments. I did do some adjustments. I did some changes. I did some fixings. What the heck is going on here? On Twitch. Apparently we all feel fired up, Bob. I think we're good now, though. Looks a little better to me. Okay, well, that's good. Seems to be the same. Fair. Okay. I adjusted my lighting in on my camera a little bit because I was noticing that the floodlights were kind of a little making me look a little bit more paler than I did. There was a couple angles where I found that I looked borderline reflective, so I was just like, maybe I should adjust this. A fan favorite, in fact. Yeah, color bounce is better. Yeah, I noticed the color bounce is much better too. Before it was just like, my eyes! And we're actually pretty close to 74,000 subscribers too. That's super dope. That's awesome. Thank you. Last thing, and then we shall begin. I know everyone's been waiting. I'm sorry. Boop, boop, boop. Post. Okay. We got the Twitch set up. We got everything set up. Crash on the run. No. Actually, where's my... there it is. Let me show you guys something. So, just so people can see, because some people actually called me out a little bit on Twitter. Some people were kind of, just to prove, just in case. Take a look. It's supposed to be done and dead, right? There has the workaround that some people have discovered works. But this actually makes me more mad. This actually makes me a little bit more angry. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more angry. Now you might be thinking, Canadian guy, hey, why would you be mad? Why would you be upset? Da, 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 da. Well, hey, Yaka donated $2 Australian through Super Chat. Thank you so much. I feel fired up, Bob. So, here is the frustration that I have. Oh, it's that. Why is B not working? There we go. Okay, I gotta get a hold of the controls again. So, why am I mad? I'm mad because what I found out as I was, there's this project that was started back when it was announced that the game was shutting down. It was basically a game preservation project to try to make sure that we try to preserve as much of Crash Team Rumble as possible. Well, what they did was that they actually... What they did was they discovered that the game works almost entirely on the phone. Completely. However, am I playing with the GameCube controller? No, I'm playing with the Switch controller. It's on the Switch. Yeah, gotta get reacquainted with the controls here. And so, here I am, wondering, okay, then what's the online for? The server is just to verify the game. That's literally it. So, guess what? What these guys did on a server, which I'm not going to announce yet because I've spoken with them. We have to make sure that we're not going to get into any legal issues or legal problems. Okay, I believe we already went down here, right? Yeah, I believe we're already done this, so I think we can not do that one. And what they did was that they created a very basic server that just sends just enough of a packet to trick the app into thinking that it was the original server, and that's it. It's very basic. So all we did was we extracted the OBB file and changed the location of where to look for the server. And we changed it from the old server to the new server. You'll never guess what happened. Everything was fine. Everything worked. Only thing that doesn't really work is the online stuff, but all the single player stuff worked. I'm like, so you're telling me that they could have just removed the check to see if it was online and the game would be able to work now? It would still be able to work like out of the box. I couldn't believe that. I'm like, so you're telling me it still works? It uses just to verify. That's it. That's all it does. It just checks. I can't see. Oh, I can see now. So here's the thing. Oh yeah, we got it fixed though, right? And we did. And you know what? Good on the team that did it. Now I'm not the one that did the fix myself. I'm not the smart whiz that created this. That's not me. But am I going to advertise about it? Yeah, I'll advertise about it, definitely. All right, well, please step in the hologram. So anyway, why wouldn't they keep it active? I don't know. You see, I'm okay if they turned off the server, but then you just release a patch that's like, okay, we released a patch, and didn't I go here before and I wasn't supposed to be here? Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I think I went a little too deep because I'm missing some tools. Is the store and all that still active? I haven't been able to get that far because they changed it to where you have to complete 5 levels first before you can access to crafting in the store and stuff. I have no idea about the store and stuff. I have no clue. But yeah, essentially, all they could have done is released a patch that was like, hey, if you want to put the game on your phone, sure. And then if you want to go at it, sure. And I just sat there and I'm like, are you serious? And there is a potential possibility, which I don't know if they'll do it, but there is a potential possibility that what we're doing is illegal. And if we don't want to get sued, we would have to stop what we're doing. Again, a flashlight would have been great. I cannot see at all. Or is that just me? Is it supposed to be this dark? So, yeah, I'm a little bit livid. I'm a little bit livid. I'm a little mad. Just a little bit. I'm just a little bit mad. Just a scooch. Just a smidge. Just a little bit upset. Just a little mad. That's all. Just a little upsetty spaghetti. That's all. That's all. I'm just a little upset that they could have sent out a patch that totally just fixed that. But no, of course not. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? What? Okay, why am I spinning? Oh my gosh. Is this supposed to be this dark? Looks at Little Mermaid. Yeah, seriously. Thank you so much, Flame Man, for the $5. I appreciate that. Have you guys seen the screenshots of the Little Mermaid? Have you seen it? Have you seen some of those screenshots of the new live-action Little Mermaid going around? I'm like, can someone turn a light on? Please. Somebody. Anybody. Oh my gosh. I can't. I literally cannot see out of here. I wish there was a fast travel so I could just zip my way somewhere. I'm not trying to troll here. I cannot see. Let me see if maybe this will help me a little bit if I use this screen, because this screen seems to be able to see things a little bit better. Not by much, but a little bit. Oh my goodness me! I literally cannot see. Okay. That's a wall. I can't see, man. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna restart the game, and hopefully it'll start me like back, because I can't see. I cannot see. Yeah, Lord of the Rings did it really well for dark lighting. Like here, I'll show you guys what I mean, because wow. Alright, let's try this again. Because like I said, I literally can't see a thing. No, I'm not going to close to a different game. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. So, let me just show you guys what the stuff that they're posting. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, you can't be serious. Like... Man, today was an eventful day for me on Twitter. So, let me just slide this over to here and then also look this up too. Let's go. Okay. Take a look at this, okay? When it's like, oh yeah, let's do some shots from nighttime, right? Like, take a look. This Battle of Helm's Deep is a really good example of, like, some nice... You have these dark shots, but they look nice, right? So, yeah, you have these dark shots, but there's this blue effect. There's this nice blue, nice effect to be able to... You know, you can see... You can see... You know it's nighttime. You know it's nighttime. Okay? But you can see what's going on, okay? Because it's called a movie. It's called a movie. You're supposed to see the things move, okay? They're like, yeah, Little Mermaid. Here we go. I'm like, okay, that one's okay, I suppose. Don't even get me started about my rant on this one. It looks like, you know, green screen Sesame Street, but fine. Can we get some backlighting? Anything. Can we get some backlighting? But it gets worse. It gets worse. Can you see Ursula? Can you see Ursula? Man, that's such a great screenshot to use. What is this quality? Where's... It's like flying... Where's Waldo? Where's Ursula? Where's the light? Like, I can't see, like, look! He's blending into, oh my gosh. If whoever was the director of photography should be fired. Everyone should know that if you have a dark background and someone wearing a black shirt, I went to school for this, you have to put a backlight, okay? Take a look here. Wow, they're wearing dark armor. So what did the DP do? Look where the light source is. On the back, so that the black pops out, so that you have a dark background, and even though they're wearing dark armor, you have the light that splits it and makes it pop. When you do whatever this is, it just goes into infinity. Like, this is a joke. Like, this isn't even funny. This is a joke. I don't get it. It's like, why do these have to be? And then people were like, oh, it's underwater. Have you ever been underwater? It's dark. Yeah, you're right. Underwater is dark. But you know what's the point of a movie? The point of a movie is you're supposed to see it. You know what else isn't underwater? Mermaids. Don't come to me saying but underwater is dark. And you know what else isn't underwater? Mermaids. So you want to go reality for the... mermaids, but not for the lighting? Half the point of a movie is you're supposed to see what's happening. Yeah, complain about unrealistic lighting in a fantasy. Yeah, mixing is another problem that I'm noticing too. Why is my... Okay, hold on. We just seem to be in technical problemville today, aren't we? We're just having a grand old time when it comes to technical issues. Goodness me, my Joy-Con controllers are not impressed with anything. Switch over... There we go. There we go. That's better. I can actually shooty bang bang now. Oh my gosh. I know I sound like I'm just ranting, but it's true though, because when you go to school for something and you're seeing these multi-million-dollar films come out, and you know that they spent multi-millions of dollars, and you're sitting there and you're like, there are just basics that you're just... there are just basics that you are... I think I already came up here. I keep coming up here. There are just bare bones basics. It's like, it's basic, right? And it's not even like, oh, it's for the it's odd, it's to be interpreted. No! It's supposed to be seen! Art is supposed to be seen. I can't interpret anything if I can't see it. Chozo Ruins? I think we're... Oh my gosh, I've been here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to organize myself. Where am I even going? Because, yeah, I already did this, right? I already did this level, so I don't need to come back here. So I need to go back up. Oh my gosh. So Literally Film 101, I'm taking that course right now. Yeah, and I finished that course. Yeah, I graduated with a degree in broadcasting and radio, television, and film. Right? So I know exactly all these details. I know exactly what you're talking about. And what drives me nuts... Okay, so we don't want to go to either of those. Okay, so we're going to leave this area. Yeah, we dispatched Fagua. Lord Farquaad. Flagra. Flagraba. We'll get there. We'll find a new spot soon. I promise you. Eventually. There we go. You're all dead. Okay. So. Let us now. Don't go that way. Let's go that way. That. Or down. Let's try going this way. I'm sure there's fun things that way. I'm certain of it. I can see clearly now. Yeah, nope, don't think I can go that way. Heck. Okay. Am I supposed to go to that? How's the game? The game's really good, actually. I really am enjoying it thus far. Besides all the ranting about Little Mermaids. Just so that everyone knows, I've been having issues with my bank, and I've been cleared with CD to send my portion of the stay at PAX East through a tip system, and this is the only other option I had. Okay, so... all right, so thank you for the $350. Hold on, hang on. Everyone's freaking out about $350. I appreciate that. That's Drad's B&B money that he owes. So, 1 second. That kind of throws me for a bit of a loop. Okay, hang on. I have to adjust something now. Okay. I do wish you would. I do wish you could have sent it off stream because I have to adjust some things now. Okay, hold on. So thank you for paying for the B&B. Thank you for paying for the B&B. Just wish it was off stream. Give me a second. Right. Hang on. Hold on. Because that goes into a completely different account. That goes into a completely different account. I have to move some things around 1 second. It's okay. It's okay, Drad. Just give me a second. Okay, that. Move that over to that. Hold on. 1 sec. 1 second. Okay, so then we gotta go. That. Okay, so move this, transfer that, turn that off. That's right. No. Oh gosh. Hold on. Let's shift that around. Right? Okay. No, the stream didn't lock up. Okay. Just I have to do this now because I can't have just money floating around, right? I gotta make sure that everything is paid for and everything's transferred to the right accounts and stuff. I can't do it. Like I just start getting beyond nervous when that starts happening. Okay, so that's transferred off. That's put there. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, there we go. I think we're... Okay. I think we're good now. I think we're good. Okay. I think we're good to go. Okay. Thank you, Drat, again. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Just when it comes to banking, I gotta, because I'm the person who's paying for the B&B. I gotta make sure that I keep everything. No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I just trying to. No, shoot. I think everything's good now. I think everything is good now. Okay. No, can't do it. I think we got all of our ducks in a row, I think. Okay, so I kind of have to... Okay, so I have to go... Do I have to go to the fireplace? Is that level 2? Transport, because I already did that one. Is Magmore Caverns East the next level, I suppose? There are more important items. So I have to go back. So I have to go back to Chorizo Ruins. Alright. Well, let's head back to Chorizo Ruins. This is part 2, so I have played already a little bit. Okay. There isn't a lot of areas, though, that I haven't explored. Seems like I've explored just about everything. But let us see what I'm missing. Yeah, there are some games that you just that you miss. Sometimes you're like, oh yeah, you know, everyone played one game, and you're just like, yeah, I missed that one. And everyone's like, what? How did you miss that one? Like me, I missed the initial run of Twinsanity. I did. How familiar with 3D Metroid? I'm not incredibly familiar with Metroid games, period. I remembered the story of my experience with this game was I was a scaredy poopy pants as a child, and I played the game, and then I got to a part, I got scared, and then never played it again. So let's go this way then. When you first played Twin Sanity live on stream, it was back in 17 or 18, 2017, 2018. Hey JP, how's it going? How do I get up there? How do I get up there? Ow! You again. I got the ball, but I don't think I have the spider ball yet. Come on. Am I? Am I becoming popular with a couple of your friend groups? Videos or live stream wise? Come on. Okay, you know what? You're just bothering me now. So I gotta dance with you, don't I? Come on. Last second dodge there. Oh, I'm incredibly humbled by that. Thank you. That's incredible, JP. Thank you. Thank you for spreading the word. I do appreciate that. Gosh dang it. Okay, so I go ball mode, right? Yeah. Wait. I am officially lost. I am officially lost. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. So let's go in the ball into that hole. That's right. Okay. I couldn't bloody see it. Not trying to make an excuse here, but I will say this. The screen on your guys' end is brighter than mine. For some reason. Maybe I just need to adjust. Maybe I need to adjust my screen. Hold on. Well, that's a bit better. I can okay. I can actually see a bit better. I just changed my monitor a bit. I can see a bit better now. So maybe that'll help me not look like I'm Mr. Blind. So I can't go through there. I have to get up there to get to there. Okay. So then we're going to go up here. Up here. Up here. Going to here. feel there are some pretty dark areas. Yeah, there are some really dark areas in this game. I'm like, what the heck? I couldn't see. Now I can see a bit better now. Not much better, but a little bit better. Are you getting PlayStation CD-ROM on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC? Yes. The answer is yes. All of them. I always do that. Okay, so I need to get up there, but I need the spider stuff to get up there, and I don't have that. So yeah, I can't get up there because I need the spider ball to get up there, right? I can't get over to there. Am I supposed to go over to there? That little blue area there? Is that what I'm missing? Because I can't go there because I'm missing the spider stuff. Right? Because I need to blast off of there onto there and then go that way. Okay, well at least this water's not, or wait, no, hold on. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on. You moved my screen. Okay. Okay, here we go. Somewhere new, perhaps. I don't have the charge. See, I'm holding it. No charge. But, you know what I do remember? I couldn't enter this area before because... But I can't enter this area either because I need the hook shot. Right? And I don't have that. So, I've been to and fro. I'm trying to listen to what everyone is saying, but I've been everywhere, man. I can't get access to... This is like the last spot that I have to... This is like the last spot that I could probably go is here. Probably. So now I have to go all the way back. If it helps at all, I also have no idea what you're doing. Good! Good! I'm lost! This is not Sparta. I'm lost. Bear with me. This is my first playthrough of this game. It might as well be a first playthrough. It's been literally years. Okay. So now we're going to go on the other side there. Okay. Is it still death here? Oh, yeah. Well, at least the water's not death, right? But apparently, water is too deep. So I gotta go like this. Go like this. Ah. Okay. Ball mode, right? Okay. Now we're going to go left. Okay. Homicidal mushrooms. Ow. How does it feel getting lost in a review copy? There was no review copy for this. Remember, the game just like launched. Getting lost in a review copy. Or do you mean like oh wait, do you mean like when Okay, wait. So do you mean when I have a review copy for a game and I get lost and there are no guides to help me out? Oh, man, that is a feeling, all right. Okay, so there's runes. I gotta find the runes. Just in general. Yeah, for when it comes to... it is... There are some very few aggravating things. Because you have to think, when a game launches, typically it's just like, oh, I'm having problems with this thing. That's okay. I can just look it up. Nope, not for a review copy. It's, you're on your own, son. And it's like, why? Yeah, so I think I know what I did wrong. Yeah, I was supposed to come back here and get the runes. Because I remember I couldn't get the runes before because this was all like poison and basically death, right? So I would argue that having a Metacritic score from years ago is, like, in my opinion, a bit better, because I find today there's a lot of reviewers that there's a lot of very strong opinion reviewers that don't really they let small things bother them significantly. And I mean, like, really small things. And they'll, like, deduct an entire 2 points for something that's like, well, that's nothing, right? And it's like, that, you know, 2 points isn't, you know, you might think, oh, 2 points, that's not much. But if you're doing it out of 10, you're docking a game 20% of its potential score for something that is really, like, not really an objective point. Like, would I dock this game 2 points because of how dark it is? No. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't deduct 2 points. Would I deduct a point? Yeah, I would. I would deduct a point because of how much frustration it's caused me. But then also, here's another aspect to this. If it's just this level, if it's just this specific level where it's that much of a problem and every other level is well lit and fine, I won't deduct a point, or maybe just half a point there. Right? If it's not that bad. Okay, I gotta find this last rune. Alright, if anybody, so that we can move along here, if anybody can tell me where this last rune is, I would be very... Too much water. Yeah, exactly. Like, game reviewers today are so harsh for reasons that are unknown. Sometimes, like, I think the biggest expose when it came to game reviews was when was Cyberpunk. I think Cyberpunk... Oh, I think... Is that it? Ha! I think Cyberpunk was the biggest expose ever, where it was like, game was barely functioned, was terrible, hated it, 10 out of 10. Wait. What? It said it opened, right? Is there another rune? Okay, I see. Just have to scan it. Alright. What's this? Charge beam acquired. Yeah! Alright. Oh, hi, laser eye beams. Can I use this as a flashlight? Like legit, I'm not joking. Okay, so that spot up. How do I get ball mode? What? Aha! Aw, man. That would have been a really nice little feature. Okay. Alright. Did he stop stream? No, I did not. Is there some... Are we getting some lag? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, no drop frames on my end. Oh, man. Twitch is running fine. Twitch is operating fine. What? It's back now. Ugh. Yeah, because I'm looking here, no 0% drop frames, and I'm looking at my Twitch. 6 people over on Twitch. Is there any lag on your side? Any lag on your end? With Twitch's ads, I know. Oh gosh, okay. Well, I don't have the magnetic thing, right? So I guess I'm done here, right? Because I don't have the... Charge beam the wall. What wall? This wall? To get the missiles? I got that. Is there another part of the wall I'm supposed to charge beam? Doesn't look like it. I'm not sure what you mean by charge beam the wall. Yeah. Yeah, the Twitch ads are terrible in comparison to YouTube. Yeah, they are. I don't even know what... Alright. So I think I can leave this level now, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, so Susan Wachakachi, whatever her name is, the CEO of YouTube, stepped down today. I'm like, wow, that's a shock. Only to be replaced by what apparently is a crypto bro. And I'm like, oh no. He's like, yeah, NFTs are great. And I was like, oh, great. I'm like, I don't know if this is an improvement or not. I mean, at this rate, because YouTube is my career, if I have to tolerate the semi-NFT garbage for the platform to actually like function correctly, then I guess I don't know, man. If the platform is like good and actually, you know, functions and pays fairly and does everything like semi-quasi fine, and I just gotta deal with people with hexagon profile pics, fine. But like, come on. You spelled crypto, bro? Don't worry, they'll tell you. Oh, ain't that the truth, though? If he does NFT emotes, bleh! Swerve, just a bunch of NFT apes. Yeah, you can use my NFT ape as an emote. Yeah, I think I'd rather stab myself in the eye with a butter knife, thanks. I don't really watch too much of South Park, to be honest. Active. Wait, what? Transport to... Oh, okay. What does that mean? Does that mean I gotta go that way now? They're one of a kind. Yeah, one of a kind randomizer. Okay, now let's leave. You own them on the blockchain. Ooh. Yay, the blockchain. It drives me nuts, some of the people that try to sit there and be like, yeah! Like, yeah, you know, NFTs and crypto. It's like, oh gosh, I just can't, man. I think what a large portion of it now is a bunch of people still pushing for crypto and NFTs because they want to try to make their money back. So they're trying to get everybody to invest. Like, yeah, invest in NFTs, invest, so that it can pump up the price and then they can sell, so they can recoup some of their money. What's the saying? The old pump and dump? I think that's what that's called. You pump someone up to buy, you buy a big share, it jumps up the stock price, you dump it. The pump and dump. You guys are having audio cuts now? What is going on? Here's the funny thing. Imagine the snake consuming itself. Could you imagine, and I'm not joking here, could you imagine creating a business where you create, like I said, snake eating itself, where you create an AI that creates NFTs? And then just sells them to idiots? Using AI art to sell NFTs. And it's like, man, talk about the snake turning and eating itself. Jeez. Well, that's the thing. It doesn't. It doesn't poop afterwards because it's now dead. Because it ate itself. Okay, down he goes. How am I supposed to get across this? Oh wait, I think I'm supposed to do this, eh? Yes? I mean, this looks promising. That's cute. This is cute. Nope! Woo-hoo-hoo! No, fire! Ow! Warning, fire! It's like, really? You don't say! Okay. Hello, little bug. He just doesn't care, does he? He's just minding his own business. Like, he just don't care. I was just a new bombs? Okay. He goes to pick it up like, I'm gonna bring this to my queen, and then proceeds to just explode. Oh no. Did I just... I did. There we go. That's how you do it. Now, do I think that there are really good uses for AI? I do. I think there are great uses for AI. Do you know what is something something that is absolutely great use for AI is for redundant tasks, like tasks that are mind-numbing. Let me tell you something that is absolutely fantastic that I've implemented into my workflow. I have implemented an AI into my workflow. Recently, I was able to download a program where I upload my video to the program. And what it does is how I record is when I'm recording, I'm like, what's up guys, Canadian Guy here, and back with a brand new video. And then when I mess up, so I'm like, today on Wumpa League, I pause, I go, today on Crash Team Racing, or, oh, I messed up again, hold on. Today on Crash Team Rumble, we're going to be talking about blah, 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 blah. And what I do is I put that into that program, and what it does is that all of those pauses that I do, it chops them out automatically and then spits out an instruction to my Premiere program to do what I just asked that program to do in Premiere, and it does it. Blah, 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 done. And it does that in like 2 minutes. And all that does is I'm going to... Oh, I'm back at chosen. Well, at least I know where I'm going. Still got this guy. Still do okay. Merciless, this game. So anyway, to me, that is a great use of AI because there's no creativity in me going cut, remove, put together. Cut, remove, put together. Right? And it's like, oh, that's annoying. Like, oh man, that's annoying. That's really annoying, right? That's doing that aspect. It's mindless work. There's no human input there. What's the human input? This footage is bad. Get rid of it. It isolates my takes. So then I can just, like, I know I messed up. I can just go right to the next take and not have to cut out that monotonous work. Right? It might save me an hour a day. An hour a day. Now, that might not seem like a lot, but if you think about it over the course of a week, if it saves me 5 hours a week of work, and then on top of that, then 5, 10, 15, 20 hours a month, that's a lot. Down you go. And yeah, I'll use AI for that. Absolutely. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going? I won't, but in terms of making things that are like creative, no. There are also AIs built into like Adobe Premiere. So one of the things that's really cool about Adobe Premiere, especially the new version, 2023 started to embrace some of these really powerful tools, is there's a remix tool that they added to where, like, let's say you have an audio clip and it's 3 minutes long, but you want it to be 3 minutes and 40 seconds long. You can click remix and it will analyze the clip, and then it will add 40 seconds and seamlessly find areas to cut and re-add and redo so that it sounds seamless. And make that clip, that additional 40 seconds. That's cool. That's cool. I like that, right? That stuff like that, AI as a tool is amazing. But AI as the creative mind, because you have to realize AI can only take from what humans have made. That's it. That's all it can do. Right? That's all that AI can do, is that AI can't make anything of itself. It can only make what humans have already made, because AI doesn't understand art. It doesn't understand any of that. And one of Nicholas Cole's big points, Nick Cole being somebody who is big in the Crash and Spyro sector, because he was like the lead artist, one of the lead artists for Crash and Spyro. He explained that the problem with AI art is that all it is that it's literally just mass plagiarism. That's what it comes down to, because how AI works, AI can't turn around and be like, yes, I understand what art is, and I can understand. It has to read other people's art and scan it, and then realize, and then analyze, and then people tell it what that stuff is. And over time, it learns, and 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 it learns. If AI art was exclusively designed for garbage art, all it would spit out is garbage. But if you put in beautiful art, it's going to spit out beautiful. But it's a combination and a mishmash of 40 other people's arts and 40 other strokes. And at the end of the day, it's mass. Shoot. Now, do I think AI art is okay for conception? Man, for like concept, like proof of concept? Absolutely, I think that's fine. But for it not to be the final thing, you can sit there and be like, okay, I want. Man, I want you to. It's like you tell the AI, are you serious? You know what? I'm going to take a break. I need to take a break. I need to go to the bathroom anyway. I'm going to take a break. This is difficult. I'm sorry. This is probably difficult for you guys to watch. I'm sorry. I apologize. I need to take a break. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. I am not rage quitting. I'm rage getting a drink. I'm rage peeing. That's what I'm doing. Oh. Go rage pee. I'll be right back. Oh. All right. Hey, thank you so much, Elena, for the $5 from Grandma to you with love. Aw, put this towards your favorite treats, whatever they might be. Love you, Alpha. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, active transport detected. So what does active transport exactly mean? Hey, Midas, how's it going? No. All right, let's try this again. We can do this. We just gotta be more cautious when, just gotta be more cautious and try to find saves more often. That's all. We'll get through this. Hey! Jakob! Upgrade their membership to $10! Thank you! Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Man, you've been gifting memberships today. You're upgrading memberships. You're on a roll today. Thank you so much for the support, man. Also, I never asked everybody, how is the audio? Is the audio okay? Hey, Con Andrew, how's it going? I felt like being kind today. Well, it's much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind of you, Jakob. Thank you. I think we all could use a little kindness.
I feel fired up, Bob.
All right. Imagine training AI with your thoughts, knowledge, and values to have a virtual self. You see, that doesn't work. And truly, it doesn't work. And there's a reason why that will never work. And the reason why it will never work is because AI is missing a key factor. And one of the things that it's missing is humanity. And humans change. We change. We as humans, we change. We are... every day, we do change. Even if it's just a little bit. Sometimes we change a little. Sometimes we change a lot. The point is that an AI can't extrapolate how much you're going to change when you encounter certain events. You know? You still keep in contact with coworkers from your first job post-college? Very few. Very few. At most, 2 or 3 maybe. I know that I've heard that they sometimes tune into my streams, which is kind of cool. But in terms of keeping up, maybe about... I'll say 4. I'll say about 4. That we're friends on Facebook and stuff, but haven't really, like, spoken to each other. And that's just kind of the nature of the business sometimes, because sometimes you're hopping, sometimes you're hopping from job to job, especially in the animation field, because sometimes you're not in one, you know. It's just your contracts end. Projects are over, you have to move. There's a whole bunch of reasons as to why you do and or don't keep in contact with, you know, with people from previous coworkers. So would AI have all, is it all due to protocols they are to be nice? Well, AI can only mimic what humans do. AI can only think like an AI. That's it. An AI can only think like an AI. An AI doesn't really, in of itself, it can only think what it's told to think. You see, you absorb information every day. Every day you absorb information. Okay? Let me give you an example. You walk to the grocery store. You buy a loaf of bread. You pay for it with cash. You walk home. And you retie. And while you're walking home, you retie your shoe. That seems like a pretty boring day, right? Well, your brain knows what to filter, right? Are you going to remember every single person's face while you were out to go get bread? No. Of course you're not going to. Why? That doesn't make sense. Why would your brain remember? Your brain filters that out. Do you remember every piece, every leaf that you... It's like a repeat. Do you remember every leaf that you stepped on? No, of course not. Of course you didn't remember every leaf that you stepped on. An AI, it doesn't know what to mentally filter out. Unless it's told. Unless it's told how to filter it. It has to be manually told, hey, if you see a leaf, don't look at it. Or don't receive that in your long-term memory. And everything has to be manually done. Everything has to be manually programmed as to what it absorbs and what it doesn't, because the program is just going to know and realize how to read. But it's going to read everything. It's literally going to read everything because there's no filter. So you have to program a filter. Was a filter programmed for you? No. Filter wasn't programmed for you. You developed it. Nobody told you, hey, stop remembering the leaf on the ground. Right? Oh, shoot. You might have been told, stop talking about the leaf on the ground, sure. But you were never told, hey, stop recollecting every leaf that you've seen. Nobody told you that. Not a soul told you, stop remembering. Your brain automatically learned, hey, this is a lot of information that we gotta take. You know what? We're gonna start dumping and not paying attention to certain things because we don't need to. Right? We don't need to pay attention to that. It's information that's irrelevant. Okay. Okay. Missiles seem to be the ticket here. And ultimately, an AI... The difference between a program and an AI is that a program can only do a manual set of instructions, and that's listed. The point of an AI can be able to do instructions without needing to be executed in order, and it can identify which instruction or which thing to do first. And it can, by its programming, judge which thing that it was programmed to do is the best method. If I built an AI, right? If you build an AI, if I fed it photos of Elsa from Frozen, okay? And I fed it nothing but photos of Elsa from Frozen. And I said, hey, AI, this is a potato. Okay? This is a potato. The AI is going to say, okay, yeah, this is a potato. Gotcha, no problem. And then that's it. It doesn't question. It doesn't ask like, no, this doesn't seem like a potato. No, it's just it understands. Okay, this is potato. One of the core things that we as humans do is argue. We argue. And when we argue, oh shoot, it's a battle of ideas, a battle of ideals. Some ideals are stupid, other ideals are intelligent, and then others are conflictive. Yes, there is machine learning. There is machine learning. Of course there's machine learning. But when you were a child, you were never taught to learn. You just did. You inherently learned. So there is no, what's it called? There are no limits to what you as a human can learn because it's not synthetic. But machine, you do learn how to learn. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, as in you can learn. Yes and no. There is a natural inheritance to do certain things. He just does them. But can I teach him to learn better and more effectively? Yes. Yes, I can. And there is aspects of having to learn. Because, for example, humans naturally want to be selfish beings. They want to... You know, humans don't really want to share. People, you know, the natural... Oh, shoot. This is probably going to be a death for me. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I have a chance here. Or not. Just open up the door and instantly get shot in the head. So, children do have a natural inherent ability to learn. Automatically, right from when they're born. If you were to leave a child in the wilderness, all right, but obviously had, you know, just given it enough care for it to survive, it will learn. It will learn. It will learn to survive in its own way. It will learn. There will be things that it will learn, even though there is nothing there to guide that child. There's nothing there to guide that child. But then what we do is that we learn... What we do learn is how to learn more effectively. We learned millions of years ago that killing every single human that you see and bonking them on the head with a stick wasn't a good idea. And we learned that working together was better. Right? Of course, that's an extreme example. Of course, that's an extreme example. But you put it on the extreme just to make a point, right? So we learned hundreds of thousands, millions of years ago that we need to work together and not bonk each other on the head with sticks to eat and eat each other's food, because then we realize quickly that this is not a good method. So from our mistakes, we change our point of view, and then we teach our children. What you learn is what makes up your programming. Yes, but you have to but my point is the child has an inherent adaptation, and a program in AI cannot adapt unless there is a human that programmed it and gave it machine learning. That child was not given the ability to learn or adapt. It had it. AI doesn't know how to do that unless it needs to be programmed to do that, right? It can with machine learning, right? But a human has to start that. There has to be a human to say, okay, I want this machine to have machine learning. Go. A machine doesn't become an AI. You could make a machine, give it programming, and it doesn't have machine learning. A human has to initiate machine learning to that AI, and then it starts to learn. Right? So, like, my phone will never become a full AI super system. Because no human, including myself, until AI can build AI itself. Well, then that's going to be another question. That's going to be another debate. But then you got the question of, okay, then rewind again. Okay, so why did the AI build another AI? Because that first AI was given machine learning from a human, and then the machine learning learned to make another AI, and so on and so forth. Right? And then it trails all the way back to a human pressing enter on .exe. Right? It trails all the way back to that point. And then you start getting into some spicy debates there. When you start thinking about that, you start getting into some real spicy debates. Are we dreaming about AIs tonight? Probably not. The different concept of having God creating people and them evolving on their own. You see, you are right. The difference is we're not God. That's the difference. The difference is that, and that very fair point. That's why I said this gets into a spicy territory. And you are right. You are right. Right? You are 100% right. You start getting to the debate of that, and absolutely, you are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. The difference is, though, is that we're not God. Oh, wait. You see, and this is where AI becomes... This is where... we are God to the AI, but couldn't... No, it doesn't work that way, because it's two different... You see, we can go deep into this, right? Like, we can go real deep into this. We can go real deep into it. Right? You can get real deep in this, because you have to realize that if we turn around to AI, right? Like, so the argument that you're making here, what is the difference between the relationship between humans and AI, like humans and God? Well, the difference is that God is on a different plane of reality. It's not even in this reality. right? But then I say that, and then people start arguing about different things, right? So my personal belief is that it's not even on this plane of reality. AIs and humans share the same plane of reality. Humans can be killed. Humans can be killed. If we try to turn around and try to, theoretically, in this debate, right? My argument is mainly that learning is the same as programming, or they are similarly related. They are similar, but they are not the same. And I do agree, they are similar. Right? They are similar. They are 100% similar, but just because they're similar doesn't mean they're the same. Sure, they go hand in hand. Sure, absolutely. But they're not the same. And of course, this is a friendly debate, right? This is not an argument. We're not arguing, right? This is a discussion of ideas. Right? So I just want to make that clear in case everyone's like, "Oh no, they're arguing." No, it's not an argument. No argument here. Yeah, this is not a mean-spirited debate. Just in case those were wondering, it's not a mean-spirited debate. And it's funny, here I am in this deep, potential, metaphysical, spiritual debate while I'm playing Metroid Prime, and I've reached the farthest while I'm dealing with it. So I'm like, this is I've been struggling with Metroid Prime, then I start talking about, hey, let go of me. Let go. No, guys, come on, let go of me. This is not fun. No. Well, at least it... okay, well, at least the first time you brought me back was gentle. I love how this is the most least vicious, enemy. He's just like, oh, what's going on? Carry you back, and there you go, friend. Poof. It's just yeah. Ow. So, anyway, programming and creation, I think that's where it comes down to the big question here is with machine learning, right? Can there ever be some form of a symbiotic relationship as humans to there we go. And you see, the problem is that the problem with this debate is that people have different definitions of, who, and if you were to go down that rabbit hole, it's hard to get down that rabbit hole because people have different definitions of what God is or what a deity is, right? People have different thoughts and different opinions and different feelings. And when it comes to the difference between learning and inherent adaptation, and when it comes to inherent adaptation and learning, there is still the pressing enter by a greater power, right? You press enter. Okay, detonate with the bomb, I think. But we can't... Could AIs potentially rise up and defeat us? Yes. Absolutely. Or is it possible, and I believe that this is also possible, what if it is exactly like a symbiotic relationship with... I'm wondering... Now, this is where things get a little bit of an interesting turn. What if it is exactly like the concept of the relationship between human and God, between AI and human, where AIs literally will develop a means to make sure that they never will kill humans, just like how we can't kill God. Just as we can't kill God, AI can't kill us. Right? We argue because you're human. Yes. Right? That could send you for a little bit of a loop. That's a thought that's potentially there. Do I know that? No, I don't know that. No, I don't know that. Right? I want a cheeseburger. I had a cheeseburger earlier. One of the things that like one of the arguments about AI, so we'll kind of tone this back down a little bit, kind of to the point of view of AI art. The point that Nick Cole was making is that if there wasn't the human aspect, the human art, there wouldn't be AI art, because AI art is machine learning based off of another human's piece. But it's... Oof. There we go. But can it learn of itself? Can it learn in of itself other than what we tell it to do? Oh, please tell me this is a save point. Yes! Oh my gosh, you know what? I am going to literally... I am doing this. I am pushing this button because I feel... Yes! I'm doing that for myself because now we don't have to watch me struggle through fire. Victory save! We did it! I am giving myself a victory. Worth the button pushing, yes. I know we typically save those for big achievements or $100 donations. But well, AI dinosaurs. Ooh, very Horizon Zero Dawn of you. I love the concept of that game, to be honest. I really do. I love the concept of that game because in reality, the concept of Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm going to talk about Zero Dawn, not Forbidden West, but basically the world was torn asunder because somebody made... It was an AI, but it wasn't like an all-consuming Skynet AI. It just did its job, and it just did its job too good. That was it. It did its job, and the idiot that let it loose was just like, well, oops. It's like, what do you mean, oops? What do you mean, oops? You made a robot that its sole purpose is life form fuel. When it runs out of fuel, it just absorbs organic life around it, and then just set it free. Like, what were you... Okay, so now we're at the Chorizo Ruins again, but I think we can... Yeah, we're going to go back to, head back down. It was just like... You moron! Yeah, I gave it no overrides or restrictions. It's like, hey, isn't there an off button? Who needs an off button for an all-consuming robot? The plan is flawless. Oops. No, it wasn't. So let me answer straight. You made an all-consuming robot, didn't give it an off button, and it's consuming everything. Yes. And it's like... You... It's like those people that are like, yeah, I have all my lights set up to my Wi-Fi. I have all my house set up all the Wi-Fi. And what happens if I cut the Wi-Fi? Well, that doesn't happen. Okay, bud. Listen, when a hurricane's coming and you need to drive and you can't get out because your car door won't open because your router's out. Give yourself a pat in the head and the Darwin Award for being stupid. You give it an off button. Where when I push button, you turn off. On the machine itself. There are numerous ways to be able to make sure that that doesn't happen. Numerous ways. Yeah, they could make a backdoor because he made it virtually unhackable. It's like, yeah, good job, bud. Always have, yeah, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, always have the red button. It's like, always have a red button. The big red button. That's all you need. Bad rainbows that go to Prism. It's a light sentence. The good news that just came out. What good news? What good news just came out? I don't know what good news happened. So long to the Wicked Witch. Oh, I already know what he's talking about. Wachowski or Wachowski or whatever. That Susan, the silly Susan is stepping down from YouTube. She made some pretty dumb choices, man. Like, she made some, like, wow, that's dynamite dumb. That's dumb with a capital D. Like, that is dumb. What were you doing? We're gonna remove the dislike bar. Why? I love the dislike bar for when I knew that I was like, ow. I like the dislike bar when I was looking for a tutorial video and would click it and then see the mass dislikes. Then I knew, okay, I don't need to waste my time with this 27-minute tutorial video because there was, there was, there was something that drove me mad as a young video editor or someone who's trying to learn anything. What always would happen if I was trying to learn an effect on After Effects or trying to learn something, I would be 27 minutes deep into a tutorial And then I find out at the 29-minute mark, by the way, I have this plugin that does this, this, and this, and this. You have to go pay for it. It's $130. Use my link to get this thing. All right, you need this for the rest of the tutorial. And I just want to scream because I just spent 27 minutes following this person do some of the most monotonous work possible, hoping that I'm going to get something out of it, and then find out that I need to buy a plugin for $120 at the end. And I was like, oh! Now I just have a project file that looks like butt because it turns out... Okay, I gotta figure out how to get down here. Now when I see a video and I'm looking for a tutorial video and I click, I have to look at the views to likes ratio and mentally calculate it. And be like, okay. Okay, so I need to get there. You can still see the dislikes on your side. Yeah, I can see dislikes on my side. Absolutely I can. But that's irrelevant because for a user experience, for like the best user experience, I should be able to go down and see what's going on. Well, dislikes causes bullying. You know, there's a lot of things in life that cause bullying, and there's a lot of things that cause arguing. So, why are we removing the dislike? I think there's an extension that reveals the dislikes. Yeah, there is an extension. But not everyone's going to go out of their way to do that. But now you'll notice activity for the likes and dislikes have gone down significantly because nobody is liking or disliking a video anymore because it's irrelevant. I gotta find my way down the grate there. I'm having a hard time. I've 100% seen a big reduction in people just liking and disliking overall because everyone's like, well, what's the point? What's the point if I like or dislike it? It doesn't mean anything anymore. And no, it doesn't. They're right. It means nothing. Leave me alone, 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 leave me alone. There we go. Does liking a video do anything? So, yes and no. Yes, but not for the right reasons. Liking a video... Now, there's been... What I'm about to tell you is hotly argued. It's not like... This is not something that is like 100% confirmed because people argue about this. So let me preface with that. Right? Let me preface with a lot of people argue about this, whether or not it does something or nothing. A lot of people argue about it. But I will say this. Does liking a video help your video? Yes and no. It helps with engagement, where if you want to see if someone's actually engaged with your videos, it helps with that. It helps, but what it really helps is more of you. When you like a video, you are telling, it's not you're telling the creator, I like this. You're telling the YouTube algorithm, I like this. You as the viewer, not the creator, the viewer. You as a viewer are saying, hey, I like this content. This content makes it nice. You click like. What does that do? What that now does is it now pushes for you videos that are similar to that video that you just clicked like on. And basically what you're saying is, hey, I want to see more of this. I want the algorithm to suggest more of this content to me. Right? So if that's the case, then YouTube goes, okay, you like Canadian Guy A Spyro 4 video. Well, let us show you other content of Canadian Guy A that seems similar to be Spyro. Like maybe there's another Spyro video, maybe there's a live stream. We'll recommend that. But also here's Miharu's Spyro video because she does Spyro as well. Then if you turn around and you start watching Miharu's videos because they're Spyro and you click like on them, then they say, okay, you like both Canadian Guy A's and Miharu's videos. That means that you like these creators and you like Spyro. You like Spyro. So now we're going to start showing you more Spyro content and more creators that do this type of stuff, etc., 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 etc. So does it help? Yes, because if you like the video, the algorithm is now going to recommend you more of my videos, which means you're going to see. Yeah, no drop frames on my end. Seems like it's definitely YouTube's end. Because of course it is. Yeah, my internet's running fine. Twitch is still going. Like, if you guys go over to Twitch, Twitch is still going fine. If you're having problems with the stream, guys, just click refresh. That does help. It seems to be a glitch on YouTube's side for some reason. Yeah, I'm annoyed with YouTube too right now, but what other option do we have when it comes to literally anything? The answer is nothing. We have nothing else. Hey, Aaron Elliott, how's it going? Okay, so let's make sure that we do this right this time. Okay, so to my knowledge, I have explored everything? Yay? There's no blue. So I think I've done everything. Fendora Drifts. That seems new. Let's go that way. Hey, Ghost, how's it going? How's it going, Ghost? How have you been? All right, let's go this way. Yeah, you're right. It's one decision can really, 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 really harm the company, unfortunately. Ha. I'm okay, and you? I am alive. I am alive. And you know that's all that we can really ask for, you know? Okay. Is there a save point at all? Because I'm pretty far. I'm pretty far and I need a save point somewhere. Good golly. I don't want to go through all of this again. With extreme heat. Is this extreme heat enough? Guess not. No. I'm assuming I'm probably going to get an upgrade. Yeah, the content ID was a really, really bad thing. Like, I remember on Twitter I showed an example of how I literally had the power to take down dozens, and I mean literally dozens of videos because I was the first one, because I had a review copy of I had a review copy of CTR, right? And I posted some of the levels first, right? And because I posted some of the levels first, it gave me the choice to be like, hey, if you want, you could take down some people's videos because it's yours, right? And I'm like, no. It's like, well, it looks the same. I'm like, could you imagine if, like, I was a gigantic jerk and I just started content IDing people left, right, and center? Because that leaves a strike on your channel. Like, who thought that that was a good idea? Who sat there and was like, yeah, this is good. Nothing terrible could ever happen from this. And then everything terrible happened from it. Yes, save, thank goodness. Yeah, it's been a while since you've been here, Ghost. I hope you've been okay, and I hope that everything's been doing great. I hope that everything's going okay on your end, and I hope that I'm hoping the best for you. Legitimately, I am. And I hope to see you around more often. But as I was saying, yeah, I had the power to turn around and just start taking people's videos down if I wanted to. And of course, I didn't, because why would I do that? That's a terrible thing. And not just that, but also collect on their money. Think about that crazy concept. Where you could turn around and make claim to get the ad revenue for it. Like, good gosh. Okay, so I am a little bit lost, so I'm just gonna figure out where I'm going, what I'm doing. The big thing that I'm nervous about is the big thing that I am very, very, very nervous about. Hold on. Okay. Can I shoot its underside? Make it fall down. There needs to be hard set rules for certain aspects because, and there needs to be, here, I have a great feature. YouTube, hire me. Take this idea. You ready for this? Okay. You ready for this idea? You're about to have your brain blitzed. You ready, YouTube? Because you're gonna have never thought of this idea. Some companies allow certain amounts of footage to be used. Others say, hey, we only want you to use 5 minutes of footage. Others want you to say, go ahead, use as much footage as we like. We don't care. So, what YouTube should implement, in my humble opinion, is implement a request for content ID by the big companies. So, Pokemon, for example, the Pokemon Company can turn around to YouTube and say, hey, we don't want too much of our game trailers reacted to. We only will allow people use about 40 seconds. Then guess what you do? Guess what you do? You ready for this? If YouTube says, okay, fine, when you go to upload a video, you can choose the game title. You can choose what game it is. If you click it, you can then let the creator know and say, by the way, this company has only allowed you to use up to 5 minutes of in-game footage for this title. If you think that your video has more than 5 minutes of footage of this title, please re-edit and resubmit. You put the work on the company to say, hey, because we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. There was a point with Pokemon where I remember there was a point with Pokemon where we didn't know what parts of the trailer we were allowed to show, because if we showed anything longer than 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 40 seconds, is it this, is it that? We didn't know. We would just upload the video and pray that it wouldn't get taken down. Like, what? Like, that's no way of operating. Remember the issues that have been growing in recent years with demonetization? Yes. Yes. How could I forget? Wouldn't that affect the reviewer being able to talk about certain things? I feel like it would be taken too far. It's already... But Blue Knight, what you're not realizing is it's already been taken too far. It's already been taken too far. It's just that we don't know what is what. Hey, can I... Okay, what am I supposed to do here? Because I'm, like, lost. Am I missing a tool? Is there a tool I'm missing? Oh, wait, there is a... Large traces of radion detected. Okay. Am I supposed to... No, okay. I did that before! I swear did I not? I swear I did that before. Did I not? The door directly above you has been unlocked. Okay, well that fixes everything. There have been so many problems with demonetization. There's been so many problems with that. And yeah, and then remember there was my there we go. Rules that constantly get updated, or do they just have some of those annoying unspoken rules going around? I think it's a lot of it is unspoken. I don't know. Like all bombs, these creatures can only be harmed by electrical energy. Proximity to these life forms may result. Scatter bombs by it's possible to avoid engaging scatter bombists by rolling into the morph ball and slipping between. Okay, I see. And ultimately, when it comes to YouTube, there is one rule that I've noticed. One rule that I have noticed, and it's part of the reason why I've been so honed in and focused. There is so much content posted to YouTube every single day. Okay? There is so much content posted to YouTube. I don't even think some of you grasp how much. It's ridiculous. So they need an algorithm. But everything is automated all the way up until you hit 100,000 subscribers. When you hit 100,000 subscribers, right? When you hit 100,000 subscribers, you have to be manually reviewed. And then you get the verified check mark. And if you do, you now have more priority in the search. Did you know that? That is why people, you'll notice people, I want you to think, has anybody been with a YouTuber that was pre 100,000 subscribers? I want you to think for a second. Before they hit 100,000 subscribers. Then they hit the 100,000 and then they took off. Baby Shegoth, Glacial Predator, Ice Shell protects the vulnerable dorsal area. Young Shegoths grow their resilient shell of ice in their backs. Jordan Fritt, hey, bingo! Great example. Right? And no, it's not high channels get priority. It's verified channels get priority because that is when someone manually reviews, because you could hit 100,000 and then they could look at your channel, see it's a bot channel or it's not a really great content channel and just go, nope, we're not going to verify you. Right? We're not going to verify you. And it's like, okay, then you don't get that priority queue. But when you hit 100,000, you suddenly take off. And Jordan is a great example of that. My goodness. Jordan hit 100. How long did it take Jordan to hit like 100,000 when he rebranded? It took him, what, like... I might be getting my estimates wrong here. A year? A year, maybe? Maybe a year and a half? Then he hit like 400,000 subscribers in like 4 months. And I was just like, whoa! Because he was verified, and then the content is, is like, oh yeah, this is an actual creator that's actually making something that's half decent. And so it gets priority queue. Now, there are some people that unfortunately, you know, fall through the cracks, right? There are some people that fall through the cracks. There are some people that have almost 1 million subscribers and only get like 10,000 views per video, right? Does that happen? Yes. But typically there's a reason why. Typically it was they changed their content, or they took a long break, or whatever. Something happened, right? Something typically happened. Right, there are, you know, exceptions. There are exceptions, of course, but it's not the rule. And that's why I really, really, really want to hit 100,000 subscribers, because then I can get a fair shake at my content in terms of, okay, what needs to be leveled up. Because I could sit here and I could work on a video and it could take me a month to do an 8-minute video, right? And it's well edited and it's executed perfectly. It's got all the stuff. It's got everything. And it's like, okay, that's great, but it's an 8-minute video, right? And you have to be able to balance it. You do have to be able to balance it. There is a... but then when I hit 100,000, it could be like, okay, now I can take the time to be able to produce these big videos. I can take the time to build these big sets, right? And I can do that. And that's why I am so excited for that. Because then I can learn more. I can learn more without the stress of grinding things out because I have to. Not that I'm doing that now, but, you know, there are videos that I wish I could do and I can't do it. I can't do those videos because I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have the pleasure. I don't have the... I can't sit down and edit a video for a month. I can't. Not without going tremendously into debt, of course, right? I can't sit down and edit a video for a month. That's not an option for me. But... in my opinion, you hit 100,000 subscribers, and then all of a sudden, click, kablam. There you go. I'm hoping that I get good growth from the game. I'm hoping. I really am hoping. I am really hoping. Oh, is that thing not dead? Oh, it's dead. Okay. I thought it was still alive somehow. I thought it was like rage mode. Oh, okay. Have you thought about YouTube Shorts? Yes, I have thought about YouTube Shorts. It's getting a workflow for it and figuring out what I want to do for that. I just gotta focus, make sure that I can get this done, and then once that threshold is hit, and when I peel back that, I heard something that YouTube Shorts pays terrible. They absolutely do pay terribly, but they do something else for your channel that is really good. And what they do is it sends your channel out to people that have never seen your content before. You don't do YouTube Shorts to make money. You do YouTube Shorts to bring in new viewers. Because it's automatically introducing your content to new people. Automatically. That's the main thing, is that YouTube Shorts introduces your content to new people. And that's what is most important, is that now you then redirect them to go check out your long form content, to go check out your live streams, to go check out your other content. Right? So there is a reason to do shorts. But it's not for income. It's to introduce your channel to a new set of viewers. In a way, yeah. YouTube Shorts are that's a good method to think of. It's a good way to get new subs, but to at least introduce your channel to people. You see, the problem with I do want to do shorts. I do want to do more shorts. I do. It's just figuring out the workflow to do it. Right? That's ultimately figuring out the best workflow to be able to make sure that I have my long-term format set up, my live stream set up, and then it's like, okay, now I can do this too. And I think that, because right now I have a new editor in training right now, along with Shooter, and then once we get things rolling, we then can start really ramping things up. Ooh, is this a new upgrade? Boost ball. While morph ball, press and hold LB to charge the ball. Release after you get a speed boost. Can I go super speed? Ooh, jeez. There we go. The problem is that right now I am operating kind of at a half capacity because I am trying to get my new content set up, get my new stuff set up, get my life in order, and then finally once that's ready, then I can really start getting this stuff down, while also, here we go, getting ready for Crash Team Rumble, right? Because I think shorts are going to be great for, I think I'm going to use shorts for, I'm going to use shorts because it's going to be an online multiplayer game. I think I'm going to use the YouTube shorts for, I'm going to use the YouTube shorts for some of my funny moments on stream. Right? Like if I have a good hilarious moment happen. Ow. Because that can be right, and then that's a really good way to be able to do that. And then what I can do is that once I have collected, once I've collected, like let's say I've collected 10 funny moments, right? I can then, for the people that are not interested in my shorts, I then can put all 10 of those funny moments that I did on those TikToks or those YouTube shorts, and then compile them together into one compilation video with a bit more editing and a little bit more setup, and then post that as a long-term form video. And then people that don't like the shorts, who hate shorts, and would be like, nah, I don't really have the attention span for that, and like, nah, I really don't care for that. Then it's like, okay, then there you go. And because a lot of shorts is all algorithm based, even if you've seen 3 out of the 10, you might have not seen the other 7, or you might have not seen 2 of them, right? Oh, Meta Ridley, hi! Oh, hello. Yes, hello. Can you just keep flying? Just keep going that way. Don't stop. Just don't stop. Just keep going. I'm good with you. Just keep on keeping on, if you know what I mean. All right, let's get a save down. Well, one of the reasons why I'm also excited for CT Rumble... You want to save? Yes. No, I want to reassure it's not the main reason, but one of the side reasons I'm super excited for it is that my biggest growth in my channel was actually CTR. CTR was a massive boon for this channel. It was a massive just growth. It was crazy. So I think we're actually going to shift to the Q&R section of the stream now. I think that's it's a good time to I think it's a good time to go there. So give me a second here. There we go. CTR wait for, yeah, exactly, right. That was CTR was when I just exploded, and I was on a trajectory that was going really well, right? You know, if I were to look at this, if I were to look at my channel, if I were to look at my channel at a purely analytical base, so this is no emotion involved. This is no, oh, I liked talking about this, or I didn't like talking about this, or this was great, this was bad. On a pure analytical aspect of the channel, the highest performing game was CTR. Then before that, it was Spiral Reignited. But Spiral Reignited planted the seed, right? Spiral Reignited planted the seed for the channel, right? So you could debate which one. You could debate and argue which one. Was it Spyro that was better or CTR that was better? CTR, maybe it was Spyro planted the seed and CTR watered it and put a lot of sunlight on it, right? But in terms of performance, in terms of views and growth, probably the thing that really did not, and the bottom was Crash 4. And you might be like, what do you mean Crash 4? Crash 4 was amazing, and it was amazing, and it is amazing. The problem with Crash 4, there was a couple problems in terms of, this is not even talking about the game itself. This is the marketing, right? Because you have to realize a lot of where YouTubers gain their momentum is during the marketing side. Because once the game is out, well, it's like, okay, now I don't really need to watch your content anymore for news, because especially if it's a single player, unless there's more content coming, right? If there's more content coming and it's been established that more content is coming, then there's more reason to watch the channel. But if when the game comes out, you get that hit the top of the roller coaster and then down you go. Unless more content is coming, i.e. CTR, Crash Team Racing, with the monthly stuff. Crash 4 had the shortest advertising cycle out of all the games. Out of all the games, CTR had or Crash Bandicoot 4 had the shortest marketing cycle. And I think that actually did handicap the marketing significantly when it came to all of that. Because you have to remember, the game was announced in, was June or July? I think it was technically June, but like the end of June, right? So July, August, September, and release in the first week of October. So if you want to add a couple things, if you want to round up 3.5 months of advertising, that's not much. 3.5, yeah. 4 if you really round up. If you round up one and then another, it was about 4 months, right? And that really did cause problems. It did. Oh my gosh. No way. No way. Stanley. Dude. Stanley. Stanley. Stanley donated $100. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, the clear blue sky, $100. Thank you. Oh, the blue. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. That helps so much. That helps so much. That really does help. Thank you. That helps so much with the rent. Thank you. I've been lurking throughout the entire stream, but after hearing CTR, it caught my attention. Of course. No, we're just talking. We're talking about Every time I look at it, I smile. Thank you. Hurt my face and smiling. CTR was fantastic because it was multiplayer. There was a lot of hype rolling into it, and then it could be streamed over and over and over and over again because it's multiplayer. And then they had new content coming out. And if they had a consistent stuff for like a year, I think I would have hit 100,000 subscribers. Easy. But, of course, it had to come to an end, right? So, that was unfortunate, right? Because I loved the Grand Prix. I loved what they did. It was exciting that every month there was something new. And leading up to it, there was so much excitement of what could come next, what could be possible. And then Beanox was active as heck. They were like, okay, here we go. We're going to bump, then bang, here we go. We're going to now give a Grand Prix. And then also here's a new engine type. And then here's a this. And then here's a that. And it's like, oh my gosh. I was playing CTR yesterday. Maybe we'll play CTR tomorrow. Do you guys want me to play CTR tomorrow? Is that what we want to stream? Stanley, Stanley, everybody, do you want me to stream CTR tomorrow? See, and this is what I mean. The game has been out for 4 years, 3 years, 3.5 years, and people still want to see the game stream. Jonathan, thank you so much for the $10 and the super sticker. Yay! Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. So, okay, then I guess we're streaming CTR tomorrow. We'll stream CTR. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, in terms of creating content, in terms of creating content, the hardest grind, there's two hard grinds. Really, really, really tough grinds. One was longer, one was shorter, but it's debatable on what was harder. So, the longest grind, easily was Crash Team Rumble. I mean, good golly, Crash Team Rumble was a grind. Crash Team Rumble was such a grind. I couldn't let it go, though. I couldn't let it go. I was just like, and it's like, okay, let it go. It's like, I can't do it because I know it's there. Let it go, CG. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't let it go. I couldn't do it because I knew it was there. I knew it. But it was a grind, man. It was a grind. Everyone's like, we're tired of these videos. And it took all of me not to say, I am too! I understand! I get it! I'm tired too! I don't want to talk about the potential of a new game. I just want to talk about the new game. But I want to keep everybody informed and keep everybody appraised and be like, there is something here. There is something here. Hold it. It's like, it's there. It's there. Come on. It's there. We know it's there. And then, boom. It was there. I was like, thank you. Yes. Awesome. Fantastic. It's there. Like I was saying for the past 2.5 years, it's there. It was there. Great. The pandemic ruined everything. Great. But the other one that was really hard was Spyro. Spyro was hard because there was nothing that solidified Spyro 100%. There was evidence of it, but the problem was that there was no president. The only president that there was Crash Insane. That was the only proof that we had that was solid and 150,000% was, okay, they remade Crash Bandicoot. But it was adjacent to Spyro. It was adjacent to Spyro. It wasn't directly connected to Spyro. It's adjacent to it. Right beside it, right? And we talked a lot about Spyro, man. We talked a lot about Spyro. I think for 1.5 years. Spyro was 1.5 years because we started talking about it in 2017 early. And then we started talking about Spyro, and then Reignited was announced in April 2018. So about 1.5 years. 1.5 years. 1.5 years, man. And there was nothing that was solid. You see, the difference was Crash Team Rumble was longer, but there was more solidified evidence, right? there was more solidified evidence. It was like, okay, Rumble is, we know for a fact that Rumble did exist at one point. The question is, is it still there? And my argument was yes, it was still here, right? And again, I want to clarify something. Because the argument has been shifted so many times. So I want to restate something for the record. In terms of Wumpa League / Crash Team Rumble. My original argument about Crash Team Rumble, about Crash Bandicoot, was the statement of Crash Bandicoot has been shelved because of the poor performance of Crash 4. That was the initial targeted argument and statement. And I disagreed with that. I said no. Because the alleged leaked timing of when it was dissolved was at the end of October. And I'm like, so you're telling me? I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, you're telling me that Activision looked at the performance of a game that was released during a pandemic before the Christmas season, looked at it 1 month and said, you know what, we're going to can the next game. That doesn't make sense. That was my main argument. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. If they canned it in February, where they looked and they're like, wow, this Crash is not doing that great. You know what? No, we're going to can them. We're going to can this. We're going to stop. We're going to cut our losses. We just went through the Christmas season. We went through Black Friday. We went through everything, and the sales are bad. Hypothetically bad. We're going to can the projects. Okay. Then I'd be like, yeah, okay, I can understand that. But it didn't make sense. It did not make sense. I'm like, this does not make sense. Where after 1 month, and the only hard evidence that we got was the digital sales from the UK. That's it. We never got physical sales. We never got American sales. We just got 1 month of digital sales from the UK. And that's it. So, and that's what I was saying. And that was my argument. That was the point that I was stuck on. I was like, this does not make sense. And then what happened. And then I still said, nope, doesn't make sense. And then we started to look at the teases and we're like, okay, what if the game was canned? Why are they still teasing this stuff? Why did they release that Uncharted reference? Why did they do this? And I'm like, that doesn't make sense either. There's something that's not making sense with the statement that Crash Bandicoot has been shelved because of its poor performance. I'm like, it does not make sense. So again, I held to that. And then I changed my argument to, not only do I think that argument is wrong, I now believe that there is a title in development, especially when Paul Yan tweeted that little photo, that picture, or during the GDC talk, he teased that picture. That was huge. That burst the doors wide open. That opened the floodgates immediately. Was when that GDC talk happened. It just opened the floodgates, and that was my, no, there is something. It does, what the original statement did not make sense, and the fact that this was teased, something happened. And lo and behold, that is basically what happened. To my knowledge, that is what happened. But it was the pandemic, and it wasn't Crash Bandicoot that was sinking. It was Call of Duty. And that's the alleged story, is that Call of Duty was not doing great. And basically Activision said all hands on deck and pulled Toys for Bob away to go fix Call of Duty. So, but rewind, Spyro was shorter, but we couldn't base Spyro off of anything. We couldn't base it off of anything. In fact, the odds were against us because of Skylanders. Skylanders flunking And the argument of why would they have two different brands of Spyro? That was a point. That was a point to make, right? So there was a lot of arguing, and there was a lot of debate, and there was a lot of, hey, is Spyro going to come? But we held and we followed the hints. Some things were hints, some things were not hints, some things were true, some things weren't true. And again, that was when I started too. That was back when I started. I didn't have as great research skills as I did back then. You know how many mistakes I made? How many errors, how many videos I made that were based on nothing? And I thought there was something, and then looking back as a more experienced trying to be a journalist and researcher, and I'm like, man, that was based on fluff. But I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know. I was learning. I was trying to figure things out. And I still am. I'm still learning, and I'm still growing, and I'm still trying to do better. Right? But we were right at the end. The sentiment, the end goal was correct. Did we take every step correct? No. But we made it. We made it. We were there. Right? We were there. We made it. We made it. We did. We got there. Did we go through the forest a little bit? Did we get stuck on the side of the road a bit? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did. But we got there. We got there, and we were happy that we got there. We're there. We made it. We did it. Hurrah. And when Spyro was announced, that was probably one of the most emotional moments of my life, because I realized that my research and time invested was not in vain. The time invested and the time that was put into doing the research and those hours of talking and speculating and theorizing, it was not in vain. It was true. There was something there, right? When there was a bounce back in the darkness, and it was Spyro, and we were right. So CTR, the rev up for CTR honestly was not that bad. It wasn't that bad, because November was when Spyro came out, and then like less than a month later, CTR was announced. I think I had 3 CTR speculative videos, 3, maybe 4 at most. 3 or 4 speculative CTR videos, because there was not enough time to speculate. There was nothing. It was like, oh, okay, well, there's room, and it's out. There it is. It's been announced. So that was easy. So CTR was served on a silver platter in terms of announcements. Crash 4 was a little bit of a grind. Crash 4 was a grind. I'm not going to lie. Crash 4 was a little bit of a grind, but nothing in comparison to Spyro or Crash Team Rumble. Crash 4 was a grind. There were a lot of people that were saying that my speculations were wrong. And I'm basing it off of nothing, and turns out that I was basing it off of something, and that I was right. Yeah, so Crash, Crash 4 wasn't that, was a grind, but was not that bad. Yeah, the code was a huge thing. The code was a huge thing. So, all right, I'm going to set the timer for Q&R. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a side tangent there. But yes, we'll be doing CTR tomorrow. If that's what everyone wants. Hey, who am I to argue with the people, right? Who am I to argue? Okay. Hold on. Timer, that's right. There. All right, 10 minutes. You guys got any questions? Please fire them away. Actually, funny enough, while I'm waiting for your questions, there is a video that I want to make that is a little bit different. A little bit different. Where is the... Can you still do the Bubble Bass impression from the Spyro Nitpickers video? I'm trying. You have to. I haven't done the Bubble Bass impression probably in years. So hold on. It's nitpickers. The color of the grass is too green. I think that's close to it. It's been years since I did the Bubble Bass voice. I know color theory. Yeah, I remember those lines. That was man, that was painful to sit and listen because I made that joke, but the funny thing is I do know color theory. That is the funny thing is I made that joke. I know color theory too. And I just was it was just funny. I thought it was funny because I do know it. And then people were coming on like, I know color theory. And I'm like, no, you don't. You know the basics, but you don't know beyond that. What one event in your life would you change if you had a time machine? Oh, if I had one event in my life I would change if I had a time machine. It would be a time where I wronged somebody. Yeah, if I could go back in time, I would change. You know, sometimes we're kids, right? We're kids. You know, we were kids, and we try to fit in. And of course, we sometimes we do things that you're as uncharacteristic of yourself that that's uncharacteristic of yourself for you to try to fit in. And I admit that happened to me a couple of times as a kid, of course. And unfortunately, it caused me to say some not nice things about some people. And if I were to go back in time, I would not say those things. That would be my time machine wish, is to go back and punch myself and say, don't say that about that person. That's not nice. Just because these couple of people that you want to be friends with are saying it about them, that doesn't mean that you go ahead and do that. So that's my choice, is to go back and change that. All right. Control Alt Delete embarrassing / cringe moments that you randomly remember when going to bed. Oh gosh, jeez, yeah. Oh man, I hate when it comes right when you're going to bed. I hate it. It's just like, why am I remembering this now? I literally was just up all day. Out of all the Spyro games, which one's your favorite? Genuinely, Spyro Reignited. If I had to choose Spyro Reignited one, I could replay Spyro Reignited once a week, easy, and still enjoy it. If you had to pick someone who would you say is most likely to be the Leaf and CTR represented? CTR represented by the Leaf. Logical wise, I think Papu Papu. Logical wise, Papu Papu. If we want to be memes, like Meme Supreme, bloody, what's his name? The Wumpa Whip bro, what's his name? Willy Wumpa Cheeks. So logical, I think Papu Papu. But for the memes, the absolute just cursed memes, Willy Wumpa Cheeks. And I mean cursed. Like, I just can't wait for the Facebook and Twitter replies of just someone exporting the model of Willy Wumpa Cheeks T-posing with red laser eyes in response to stupid comments. I can't wait. If it happens. I haven't played League in a while, but I still say I enjoy it. God of War. Horizon, I suppose, if you call that not family friendly. There's moments. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I shift and change around though. My taste in video games goes from something like Persona 5 to Spyro the Dragon to Among Us to God of War to Assassin's Creed to Digimon to Dragon Ball to Injustice, Uncharted, Tomb Raider, Mass Effect, Dragon Age. I think though I have a very sweet spot for BioWare games, like Dragon Age, and so we'll go with that. We'll definitely go with those are definitely games I can't play on stream, 100%. We'll say Dragon Age and Mass Effect. I love the Dragon Age games. Absolutely love the Dragon Age games. What's your Myers and Briggs, CG? I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you could clarify. Do you have an acting exercise that's very useful for your YouTube channel? No. It's just okay. Time to be stupid. No, it's just when you're doing your live streams, when you're doing your videos, you be real, you be you, but you be your best you. You be your best you. The you that you push yourself that you want to be, right? And you try your best. And you try to be as real as possible, and you show your flaws, you show your mistakes, but you don't emphasize them. You just show them for what they are, and you show your truths for what they are. You don't try to emphasize, but you try to be you try to be the best that you can be with what you got, and that's the only thing and that's it. That's kind of like the best advice that I can give in terms of acting. Let me see. Could Leaf be Aku Aku? No, it's not, because then it wouldn't make sense. He wouldn't be a playable character unless they make him like a wood golem, right? How does character development serve a voice actor in their acting career? So how does a character development serve a voice? So typically, from what I know, when you're doing high profile animation. So what I mean is like, so I'm gonna be a bit of a dork here. I'm gonna be a little bit of a dork here. There's actually there's a whole bunch of really good questions here. Okay, there's gonna be 3 questions I'm gonna answer, and then I'm done. I can't, because I literally can't, because these 3 questions are already going to take longer than the minute and a half. So when I answer these 3 questions, I'm going to answer the one question is, how does a character developers and serve a voice actor in their acting career? Then I am going to answer the not counting cons. Have you met someone in real life, they realize you were CGE? And then we're going to do thoughts on the crash design fiasco. So those are the 3 things I'm going to answer, because there's too much, but there's really good questions, but we're going to answer these 3. So when it comes to high profile stuff, Pixar, Disney, whatever, or even CGI, when it comes to a major character, what they actually do is that they model and they design a character, and they give it what's kind of like a base look. But then what they do is that they actually draft a list of people that they want to voice. But what they will actually do is that they will go and they will actually grab snippets of movies that these characters have done. So a really good example is actually Detective Pikachu. They animated a bit with Detective Pikachu with lines from Deadpool. And what they do is that they will animate a bunch of segments of Pikachu with all the different voice actors that they want to potentially bring in. And what they do is that they pick the ones that they're like, oh man, these are the ones that we really want. And then they actually adjust the rig a little bit. They adjust and change the rig a bit to match each person, to make sure that specific rig, but it's not too much of a change, but it's just enough to, you can tell like, oh, if this person specifically has like a crinkle in their forehead, or they talk with a wide mouth or whatever, and they adjust the rig to kind of match that a little bit, but not significantly. And then they do, okay, who are the ones that you really, really, really want? And then if there's one that's like, we have to get them, they will try to focus all their energy on getting that person. They will try to They will try to, they'll try their best, they'll try their best, and try to convince them. And then if they're wary about it, they'll actually show them the animation test already, like, hey, this is what it's going to look like, or here's an idea. And then they go from there. There was a leaked list for Sonic specifically. Sonic had a list of about 6 people. And I remember one of them being, why do I always think Andy Serkis? It's not Andy Serkis. What's his name? He plays Brooklyn Nine-Nine, main character. He's one of my favorite actors, but I'm blanking out on his name. Main character of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, hilarious. Did the I'm on a Boat song. Andy Samberg. That's right. Andy Samberg. Thank you, Midas. Thank you. Andy Samberg. Andy Samberg was one of the... hey, Autobot AM, thank you so much for the raid of Party of One. How's it going? And Andy Samberg was one of the listed voice actors potentially that they wanted to voice Sonic. And somebody actually, funny enough, grabbed Sonic's rig and grabbed bits from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and did that. And it actually did pretty good. It was like, wow, this is actually really cool. And I think another one of the things that they actually had on there, I think there was Adam Sandler on there too. I think Adam, I'm not sure about the Adam Sandler, but I know for a fact that Andy Samberg was on the list for potential voice actors for Sonic. And that was, thank you for the raid. Autobots rolling. So that was really cool. And then when they lock in the voice actor, they then do a full rework slightly of the rig to make sure that the character has mannerisms that are similar. Another one was like The Rock for Moana and Maui, right? They adjusted Maui's design a bit to match more of The Rock, because if you look up Maui's original design, while yes, it definitely resembled The Rock, it was a little bit more ambiguous. And then when The Rock came on as confirmed, they made Maui look a bit more similar to The Rock because they got him on the role. You don't model a character for an actor and then before they say yes, right? So they do change character designs depending on who is going to be playing that character. They do model them a little bit. The next question was the Crash design fiasco. If you don't know, there has been an uprise recently and a lot of really, really, really highly emotional for no reason reactions to Crash Bandicoot's design. No shocker, it's always been a topic of debate that people had for some random reason as to why it's suddenly the worst thing ever, even though it's not. Basically, there are some radicalized opinions that are blatantly unnecessary and very, very mean-spirited and very, very, quite frankly, without lack of a better term, insane. From images of death threats to bashing veiled as criticism, and just ridiculous amount of silliness, to the point where I'm not even going to mention one of the things that happened. I'm not even going to say their name because they don't even deserve to be even have their name mentioned. However, it got so bad, Paul Yan got involved. I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word, and I didn't want to say a word because it was ridiculous. It was silly. It was dumb. It was mind-numbingly stupid. I'm like, I'm reading this and I'm losing brain cells. There is no point. There is nothing to gain from these conversations. I'm losing. In fact, I'm losing brain cells. I'm losing knowledge. This makes zero sense to be screaming and arguing about. This is verifiably stupid. This is dumb. Like, I'm not even going to engage. There was no point in engaging. I'm like, why would anybody want to engage with it? Just let it die. It's so stupid, right? You can blatantly see how dumb everyone is being. You can see it. It's ridiculous. But it got so bad that Paul Yan got involved. Paul Yan, the Yan man, the guy who has worked his butt off for these franchises. And he said, yeah, he goes, this is disappointing. He said, this is disappointing to see because Crash Bandicoot was made to bring people together and not separate. And I'm like, oh gosh, like, I felt such bad secondhand embarrassment as being a huge Crash fan. I felt so bad. I didn't even say anything bad, and I don't even agree with what they were saying, but I felt so bad because I know a little bit more that I'm not going to share publicly because of my trip to Toys for Bob, and that's all I'm going to say. But from what I know, from the stories that I heard while I was at Toys for Bob, Paul Yan is a beast. He is a kind, gentle soul, and he has done things for this franchise that none of y'all don't even know, and probably won't ever know unless he comes out with the stories himself 10 years from now. You don't even know what this guy has done for these franchises and how much he stood up for them and how much he pushed for them and how much he loves these franchises. So I will go to bat for Paul Yan every single time because the man is a legend. The guy arguably is one of the nicest, kindest people I've ever met, literally ever. The guy is awesome. The guy is amazing. And seeing him have to get involved or feeling obligated to get involved, I just wanted to curl up in a ball and crawl under the table. You ever be at like a party where you say a joke and then everybody is just dead silent and staring at you and you're just like, well, it's about that time I get going. My shoes are filling up with blood, so I guess I better get going. Like, oh my gosh, you just want to run out of the room screaming? Yeah. The problem was, though, this was on social media, so there is no room to run out of. I'm just trapped in my own mind of, oh my gosh, Paul Yan literally felt obligated to have to comment on this ridiculous just situation that I'm just like, what are you even talking about? It's incoherent nonsense. That's the only way to describe it. It's incoherent nonsense. And I was just like, good gosh. And so I did make one tweet, one tweet that had thread with two tweets in it. And that's all I said. And I didn't want to say any more, but the fact that Paul Yan felt obligated to have to come out and be like, wow, this is really crappy of everybody. And I was like, I'm sorry, Paul. I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm sorry. That's what it felt like. It was like, I didn't do anything wrong, but I still feel really bad. I was just, oh gosh, that was awful. So, TLDR, go touch grass. Like, calm down, take a breath, go touch grass. Go, like, if you're freaking out about a marsupial, about how he went to a more angular design and had a little bit more of a Looney Tune look and he had a different shade of orange and you're losing your mind about it, Go touch grass. You cannot like it and be like, I prefer the old version. That's fine. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. That's opinions. Opinions are subjective. Everyone's opinion is different. That's fine. If you say, I am not a fan of the Crash 4 design, I like the old design better, fine. But if you're sitting there acting like as if that they don't care about the games, that they just are cashing in checks, and that they're trash, and they're soulless, and they're this, it's like, what are you even talking about? Hey, BL Rainbows, thank you for the raid, part of you too. Thank you so much. And I'm like, man, this is so dumb. Like, this is so dumb. Go touch grass. Go do something else. Go for a walk. Take a breath. Have a coffee, a tea, a cup of milk. Just stop. Relax. Chill. At the end of the day, it's a video game character. We love this video game character, but it's a video game character. Everybody just go touch grass. Go touch grass. And the final question. Have I ever been recognized outside of public, outside of cons? There are two events I'm thinking of. There's a third one floating around. I'll tell you three stories. So, the first kind of recognized was when I went to the game store one time. And there was this girl there that I knew was a Spyro fan. Now, at the time, Spyro hadn't even been released yet. But it was leading up to the announcement. And I walked into the game store. I knew this girl prior. It was like an acquaintance. Like, I knew her from going into the game store so much. And we started talking about Spyro, and she was saying, your voice sounds familiar. And she was like, and I said, oh, do you watch any videos online about Spyro? She goes, yeah. And I said, oh, I'm Canadian guy. She goes, I thought that was you. She goes, yeah. She goes, I was listening to some of the videos, and I was like, I know this guy's voice. I know him. I know this guy's voice. So, but she knew me previously, so that's where that connection happened. So there was that. The second story was when I went to, actually it was a con, but it was it was a weird event. It was actually Spyro again. And we went to PAX East, and I was talking with the PlayStation rep because it was PlayStation that brought Reignited. And I asked if I could get some footage, if I get some B-roll, etc., etc. And I said, I run a channel called Canadian Guy A. And I heard someone over my shoulder saying, oh, I know that guy. That's Canadian Guy A. I was like, hi, and that was it. Actually, I'll throw a third and fourth one in there, I guess. The third time was CTR. We went to PAX, and they were having it was right when Gas Moxia was released. Right when Gas Moxia track was released, they were having a CTR tournament, and I decided to join. So I went in, and I signed up as my username, Canadian Guy A. And I signed up as that, and I sat down. They're like, all right, for this seed, it's so-and-so, 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 and Canadian Guy A. And a guy peers his head, he goes, you're Canadian Guy A? I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh, no. The guy actually ended up getting like third, I think. Second or third overall in the tournament. He's like, oh, no. So, and I got first place at that tournament. So there was that. And the last one is a bonus one that I didn't even know about until my birthday, January. So my buddy came down for my birthday. A buddy I went to college with, one of my best buddies, really close guy, really cool. And he was talking to a buddy of his, and he walked in, and he was watching the buddy of his that he was talking about. He walked in, and he saw him watching one of my videos. And my buddy knows I do YouTube, and he checks in all the time. And my buddy walks in, he sees he sees his buddy watching. He's like, "Oh, who are you watching?" He's like, "Oh, I'm watching this guy called Canadian Guy A. I really like his content. He's really cool." And he's going on and on. He's like, "Oh, really? Yeah. What was he talking about?" So my buddy's kind of drawing it just a little bit, just kind of like, "Oh, who's that?" So finally, my buddy goes, "I went to school with him." And the guy goes, "What?" He goes, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I went to school with him. I'm best friends with him. I got him my phone number and everything." He's like, "You're friends with him?" And he's like, "What?" And the guy, I guess, was like dumbfounded, like, what? And my buddy Josh was laughing he thought it was so funny. He was like, "That is hysterical." But he played it a little bit. He's like, "Oh, who's this guy?" Oh, okay. So that was yet have I had outside of a con. I've had people at a con run up to me and say hi and give me a hug. The biggest reactions when we met Katie for the first time. Katie saw me and just charged at me. That was awesome. That was cool. But we kind of knew that we were going to meet, so I guess that wasn't just randomly out there. But there were some kind souls that I have met out there. People that have asked me to sign stuff, people that I had conversations with, and I'm really, 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 really grateful to have met so many amazing people, even at a convention. And yep, Dagger. Dagger's involved in, like I said, as being a great person. And it's weird to think that there are people that are out there that in that see me and are they are happy to see me, and they are joyous, and they watch my content, and they're entertained by my content. It's something that is still surreal to me to this day, even though we almost have 74,000 subs. We're getting there. We're chugging. We're 73.8. Even though it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's still amazing. It's still something that I can't grasp. So, but I have gone way over my time. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to play CTR. We're going to play Crash Team Racing. And you know the drill. If you want to join, sign in. Try to get into a match, because lobbies are goofy and weird. So sign in, try to get into a match, and you might be able to hang out with a cool lobby. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video and our live stream. Time for the countdown. Oh, and reminder, we should have a new video out tomorrow. Hopefully. Anyway, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.